What's good? TikTok, Facebook, all platforms. It's your boy Grand Marquis again. Coming to maybe drop a little knowledge on some of the spiritual warfare. Again, I like to talk about cults, covens, witches, warlocks, voodoo practitioners, dark spiritualists, dark practitioners, people that do nefarious shit that get their ass fucked up, especially when they coming up against me. Not bragging, just speaking facts, speaking truth. I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that these people do, and something that I've had to encounter on several occasions dealing with cults and covens and hoodoo practitioners and all this other kind of stuff. And again, I'm gonna remind y'all that, I come from a family that we are a bunch of energy healers. Some of us are called to do energy healing work, within what we do and how we do energy healing work for others, not only for ourselves. We alchemize negative energy and we send, we transmute that negative energy into light, turn it into positivity to do positive things, not only in our lives, but for others. So, when you're alchemizing and transmuting negative energy, especially when people are sending spell work and evil eye and dark magic and all this other old crazy kitchen witch bullshit that they try to do to you, it takes a lot of energy out of you to do that stuff, and that's why a lot of us get isolated. We have to isolate because we need that time to ourselves. Not only to talk to God, but to talk to our ancestors, to speak with the spirit realm and channel energy from the spirit realm and from our spirit guides and the whole nine. So, some of the dark witchcraft and magic and stuff that I've had to endure over the past few years is people send death spells. People send death spells. And what I'm talking about when I say death spells, I'm talking about unaliving spells. Yes, people do send that kind of energy to you where they're literally trying to get rid of you and remove you from the planet. Sometimes these witches that do this stuff, they do this stuff at home, these covens. Sometimes they do it in different rituals. And sometimes they'll go out and they'll pay voodoo, whatever, high priestess, practitioners, whatever you want to call these people. They go out and they'll pay somebody that so-called specializes in doing that kind of work. So, death spells can mean not only unaliving spells, but ending spells to things like your finances, ending spells to things like your relationships, your friendships, any of your forward progress. No matter what you're trying to do, they're trying to bring an ending to it. So, again, something that me and my cousins, some of my cousins, we all specialize in, we have certain gifts, and some of us specialize in alchemizing that energy, transmuting that energy into the ethers and turning that energy into light, formulating that energy into something positive, and to where not only we can use it for our better good, but we're transmuting that energy so the collective can use it for their better good. So sometimes, these people be out here doing this nefarious shit, man, and they really do think that they have power over you or power over others, and they really don't. And, when they come up against somebody that is actually gifted and actually called by God, called by the spirit realm to do this kind of work on this plane, in this dimension, in this world, they came into something they shouldn't have came up against. So, again, one of the things I specialize in, I have a gift of transmuting that energy, and I do energy work, not only for myself, I do energy work for other people. And so I do protection energy work, and I can protect people. Me and my cousins, that's what we do. That we protect people from some of this negative energy, and when we're sending that negative energy back to where it came from, we're sending it back to the sender. We're sending it back to the origin that it came from, whoever created and sent that intention. That shit is coming back to you. Now, here's your problem when you're dealing with somebody like me or somebody like my cousins, people that were actually called by God and called by the ethers to do this kind of work on this plane. we send that shit back with extra sauce on it. And what I mean by extra sauce, whatever you sent, I'm trying to send that shit back 10-fold, 50-fold, 100-fold. Sometimes I send that shit back 200, 500-fold. Like, you wanted that for me, I'm going to make sure you get it, since that's what you wished for. If you wish that for somebody else, and somebody else is coming to me for help, and you sent that energy to them, I'm going to send that energy back to you with extra sauce on it. So I'm going to tell you again, most of you people that are out here that are witches and hoodoo priestess, high priests, or whatever y'all think y'all are, you're not called to do this work against chosen people, man. You're not called to do this work against people that have a calling on their life by the Most High. So when you do come up against somebody that actually has real gifts, it's going to be consequences and repercussions. It's going to be consequences and repercussions. You know, we were built to walk in the darkness and the light. We had to walk through that darkness to get to the light, which means that we have ancestors on both sides. So all those deities, all those demons, you know, all those entities that you're calling on, those dark entities and energies, we control them. They let us know when you're calling on them to do work towards us. They let us know. They come to us in the dream state. They come to us in meditations. They come to us in many different ways. But they let us know when somebody is pulling on our energy. Now, the other good thing about that is that we have the power to cut your fucking water off. So if you've been pulling on energy or you've been stealing energy, I can cut that power off. My cousins can cut that power off. Other high priests like myself can cut that off because you have no power to be doing that. You aren't called to do that. So again, if you out here doing nefarious things, you can take it as a threat. You can take it as a warning or whatever you want to take it as. But I'm going to tell you right now, you come up against me and there's a thing called fuck around and find out. And I'm the face of that shit. I'm just telling you. Hey, you guys have an awesome day. I'm not the only one that's walking in that energy. So be careful who you come up against, because you never know who's called by God and who's anointed by God. While y'all out here getting all these readings and all this other weird stuff that y'all be doing, trying to tap into somebody's energy, you need to be asking God if you need to be doing that, because you don't have the authority to do it. But some of us have the authority to do something to you because you attacked us. Remember that. Once you attack us and God tells us to go do what we do, it's up from there, buddy. It's up. And I'm going to tell you right now, me and my kinfolks, we not letting up. If you attack one of us, it's up. Period. Point blank. End of story. Again, I'm Grand Marquis the Magician. You know, y'all can find different things in my TikTok shop that Orma's Gold. You know, you want to open up your third eye, check out my TikTok shop. And follow me on all platforms, man. Again, I got podcasts coming later on in the year. You know, I'm working on a few things. Again, my YouTube channel is coming up. You know, I'm out here, again, working on myself. I'm doing the healing work. You know, get out here and do that shadow work and heal yourself, man, so you don't get hurt by somebody that ain't trying to bother you. You know, you bothering somebody that ain't bothering you. And if they're guided by God and they're guided by the spirit realm, they have the authority to take you out. Remember that.